So, welcome to the Gronk Hour. Let me see here. Episode 1, actually, since the last episode 1 was considered a preview, this one will actually be me ranting again. What I'm going to rant about today is fat people. I really have to rant about this one because usually fat people and stupid people go hand in hand, and since they're my two most biggest pet peeves in the world, now it's not just people being fat that makes me irritated. It's people that are fat that try to use political correctness. That pisses me off more than any other political correctness in existence. Political correctness, in all intents and purposes, to me is unconstitutional. It's totally against the First Amendment in every way, shape, and form. Last time I checked, the First Amendment was freedom of speech. You may want to pick up the Bill of Rights or the Constitution in order for you to, educate yourself on everything that you're supposed to be able to do. There's an old saying that, if I remember right, Thomas Jefferson said it. Could be somebody else, but it's one of the older people that said that if freedom is not tested, it is taken away. People need to go out there and test their freedoms more often. They need to educate the rest of society that we have these freedoms and that we are able to educate the other people, perform these freedoms, and ultimately be free. So back to my point on fat people and their political correctness. Now there's all these videos going around YouTube. I don't even need to post these things. Just type in fat people and come up with billions of fucking videos. There's these people going around and they're like, oh, don't talk to fat people. Oh, it's an epidemic. Yeah, it's a fucking epidemic. It's an epidemic that you caused yourself. Last time I checked, fatness is a byproduct of an addiction to food with a, how do I put this, failure to lose the weight that it puts on. And it's your own fucking failure. It's your own disease that you cause yourself. All addictions are that way. Oh my God, you're addicted to alcohol. That's because you overindulged. Oh my God, you're addicted to drugs. That's because you overindulged. By overindulging, you're performing greed, which is one of the 7 sins. Pick up a Bible. You might educate yourself more on some other shit. I'm not saying become a Christian. I'm saying figure out some of the things that underlines the base of religion. The 7 deadly sins ultimately are a moral standing for society. If you look at it, most governments use some form of control in order to mitigate the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, it looks to me like most religions are paired with governments. Religion is a very easy way to control people. And since we have a freedom of religion, I have the freedom to decide whether or not if I like religion. I actually love religion. It's a very interesting way to control the populace. And because it's an interesting way to control the populace, it's a very good thing to use. It's very passive, it's very addicting in itself. You can spread it like wildfire. You light one person on fire with religion, you give them a book or anything that they can use as some form of evidence for their religion, and they will start spreading it like the bubonic plague. That shit spread quick, too. Yeah, the bubonic plague is probably the only thing that was so nasty to mankind that we were not able to control in any way, shape, or form. Hell, it was spread through the rotten sewer systems that no one really had. People, their best guess is that it was a bunch of rats running around and shit. Take our worst disease in existence now. It's the HIV virus, or the bird flu, or whatever you want to call it. Most likely I want to say it's the HIV virus. How do you stop the HIV virus from spreading? Check blood. Don't have sex with random people. Last time I checked, that kind of falls in adultery. Yeah, they're in religion again. But no, fat people. Are you fucking kidding me? Fat people. I was driving down the road and I almost got into an accident because I'm sitting there driving and I see this overly obese woman. And I know she's a woman because she has long hair. And she was wearing some makeshift fat dress. But that's how I found out she was a woman. Otherwise I'd be like, is that a man? I don't know. It's too fat for me to tell. It's another thing that pisses me off about fat people. You take a wild guess in the dark whether or not they're sir or ma'am. I just go neuter with it. I'm like, excuse me, sir. Women take offense to it. It's the English language. Learn it. There's a neuter form. It's so what if neuter is the exact same as masculine? It's the same fucking shit. It's neuter for a reason. Whatever. So, fat people, getting back on topic. There's a big, overly obese person walking down the sidewalk, and more like waddling, if you can believe it, down this sidewalk. I'm driving, I'm looking, and I'm thinking to myself, talking to my pastor, I was like, dude, this is the fattest person I've ever... Oh my fucking God! I took like 3, maybe 4 takes on this person, pushing a baby carriage. Now, this person was so big, I couldn't even see them fitting through double doors, let alone into a normal house. So this person's pushing a baby carriage. Right then and there, I turned to my friend and I'm like, how is that physically possible? He didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about until I pointed out the fat person waddling next to my vehicle. It's the size of my vehicle. That's right, I have a little ass Pontiac Fiero. Look it up online, you'll see how big it is. I can lift up part of it barehanded. Then again, it's made out of fiberglass, so that's probably why. But this person's the size of my fucking car. Huge! My God, is that a fat person? Waddling with a baby carriage. I didn't even see them pushing the baby carriage until after I passed them. How many people can you see down the side of the road that you can honestly say that you can't see what's in front of them until you pass them? Not a whole lot, because usually you can see something through their legs. This person was so big, there was no gap. None. Half the time I didn't even know they had legs. But this fat-ass person pushing a baby carriage, so we had a good half an hour discussion about how it would be physically possible to get through those jelly rolls in order to actually fuck the person in order to have a child. So the only thing we came up with, it had to have been artificially inseminated or an adopted child. No ands, ifs, or buts, because this child was probably like not even a year old, and I don't think anyone could get that fat within a year. The fat people I do like, though, because I'm not labeling all fat people as my disrupt. The fat people I really like are the people that are comfortable with their fatness. Like, if you go up to them and you're like, man, you're a fat ass, and they go, yep, I'm a fat ass, and they walk away. Those are the people I love, because they've accepted their fault. That's like people that are alcoholics. You walk up to them and you're like, dude, you're always fucking drunk, you alcoholic. You're like, yep, I'm an alcoholic. And he chugs a beer right then and there. That's the kind of people I love. Those are the people that don't give a fuck. If you live your life without regrets, then you live a well life. I don't care if you're addicted to what now. You could be addicted to sex. You could be having sex with random people out in the middle of the park in front of public. And as long as you don't give a shit, you don't care, you're living your life how you should live it. Now, of course, don't do anything like extremely illegal, like be addicted to killing people, like serial murderers and stuff. But go out, live your life, have fun. You only have one life to live, and just like an old Indian phrase, whatever the things are called again, fuck, I can't remember off the top of my head. Proverb, that's what it was. An old Indian proverb. Doesn't matter what you do in the day, just remember, when the sun goes down, it takes a day of your life with it. And I'm going to leave you guys with that one. Go ahead, contemplate that phrase, do whatever you want, comment, but I just had to talk about fat people today because they're fucking ridiculous. Especially stupid fat people. I hate them the most. God. Oh.